Let's start recording. Okay, and welcome to AI, the cool stuff. We're going to talk about some cool stuff that's related to AI. So, if you want to come along to this meeting, just go to peppercorn.biz, or if you want to come to our speed networking event on Thursdays, do the same. So, we're going to quickly introduce ourselves. So we shall go around the room, and we'll just tell you briefly what business we're in, and anything else you want to add about AI. I haven't dreamt up a question this week, so I shall leave it to you. So Shirley, your first one here. Tell us about you.
Thank you. Good morning. I am Shirley. I work in health and wellness. So you can see all the stuff that I use behind me. So that's what keeps me looking young and fresh. And I can help you to do the same. My AI experience at the moment is down to Steffi and Slugit. So I've done my third blog a couple of weeks back. So I'm due to do another one soon. So that's me and my AI experience. So thank you very much.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, Shirley. And Steffi, tell us.
Hello. Sorry, I was looking at my cat. I'm Steffi Lewis. I'm a 31-year veteran web developer. I use AI all day, every day by integrating it into my products. I've got Splogit, which Shirley uses, and Jane. Jane's got Splogit as well, and David, although you haven't logged in for a while. And I'm currently working on adding AI to your PCM, which I'm building version 2.
Actually, I use your AI, and I do create the blogs, and then I put it into your your AI, and then I do the check-in and I create the
So the plan is your AI is going to get depreciated, but I'm going to build it into your PCM version 2. But you won't have to pay for it because you've got a subscription. I've decided it's only fair if I build it into the subscription. Right. So you'll be able to create blog posts and basically everything you do in AI, in your AI, RE, blog posts, audios and images, you'll be able to do in the section within your PCM, which you've got anyway. So
yeah, perfect. Thank you. Jane, tell us about you.
Hello, Jane Chakravorty, companies in Victor Linux. I'm so sorry. Can you hear this boom every so often? It's my email notification. I'm trying to desperately work out how I turned it on so I can turn it off. But such is life with IT. So yeah, we do IT systems for small and medium-sized businesses with a strong focus on privacy and security. And we use Linux and open source. Primarily, you can use what you want on your desktop, but the servers are. And apparently, we went to a partner event yesterday, and apparently Microsoft is just pricing itself out the market, and more small businesses are. They use the term spinning up Linux servers. So yeah, it's good. I guess the world always changes. So AI, love it. Use, as Steffi says, I use the blog. She had to give me a bit of a hand-holding course because and that was brilliant and it was great. So I think and now so I get scheduled, or I get nudged every week to say, it's time you did a blog, and I listen and do it. It's all very good.
Actually, with the price of Microsoft and everything, as you were just saying, with people with more and more stuff is actually online, stuff that we use, like Splogit. As long as you've got a browser, you can use Splogit, So like with anything else, like almost everything I do is online. Like sort of when we do WordPress design, as Philip does as well with Element. It doesn't matter as long as you've got a browser. It doesn't matter what the operating system is. So
exactly, I think it's becoming more and more like that. Linux used to be a bit. You couldn't always install your very favorite stuff on a Linux system, but again, if you're using it just on the server, it doesn't matter. But yeah, it's becoming more and more accessible through any browsers.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, Andy, tell us about you.
Yeah, Andy, Web Success Insights. I help companies get more results from their website visitors. My AI current stuff, I've been using that marketing blocks thing that I bought. And there's a lot under the hood and it takes a lot of time to learn things. So not much to report back yet, but you can see the potential with it. And a contact of mine, this is how things might start to shift. They've now made Perplexity their default search within their browser, which is quite an interesting thing, which I hadn't thought of doing myself. But
which browser? I mean, I know it comes with Arc, but I mean,
yeah, just when they go to Chrome or whatever, you obviously in any browser you can change the default search system you use to be something else. When you type something into it, it will go off and search a particular thing.
Okay, because it was never on the list of things that they program into the browser.
No, you can
actually manually key it in.
Yeah, you know where you can set it as a default in there.
Okay, fantastic. Philip, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Morning, everybody. Philip Waite from Driving Local Sales. AI, yeah, absolutely. I actually put the two things together, AI and automation. I think the two go hand in hand almost in many ways. We all use it in the company all day, every day, as somebody else said. It's game changing for everybody. They need to get on board.
Yeah, definitely. Because I mean, I'm a web designer as well. When I'm not doing this, and I use AI in, like, just as Philip said, it's sort of all day, every day for everything. I mean, I use Canva quite a lot, as I've explained before, and they've just had an upgrade with can't remember what they glow up or something they call it. It's got lots of things that I did make some notes on it. It irritates me sometimes when they rearrange everything in an app, and it's a bit like when you go to the supermarket and find everything's been moved around, you know, and like all the shelves are in different aisles, but they've added a load of extra products as well. So I mean, I haven't looked at the new Canva properly. I've messed around with it, but they've got lots of extra stuff. The price has gone up, but they've got lots of extra stuff, you know, sort of magic media, where you can just tell it what you want and it'll create graphics and videos and images.
I was even playing around with something on Canva. I didn't get a result because I ran out of time on doing it, and that was using one of their designs for a flyer for a customer, an A5 flyer. And I basically said, right, I like the design. Please now go to the website and fill in the flyer. And basically, it started to do just that.
Yeah, because now it's got loads of things where you can just tell it what you want. You can import a spreadsheet into it, and it'll turn it into a presentation with lots of colourful graphics and you know, sort of into a great sort of presentation. And you can connect other external apps like Slack and Monday.com and all these things that I don't use. And but it's no, it looks good. Sort of magic write. So it's got. I don't know who they're partnered with. I don't know if it's Claude or OpenAI. I thought it was OpenAI, and it might well be. But they've you can any text on there, you can ask it to enhance it or rewrite it or write something from scratch. So it's got the large language models plugged in as well. So it's they're becoming more than just an image. Thing, and you can grab any element. If you've got a photograph, you can just grab the photograph of someone on one photograph and drop them into another photograph, which I guess is got a potential for doing naughty things, but you can also, you know, it's also practical applications as well. So it'd be just like getting rid of the background, really, except it's easier just to grab, and when you grab them and move them, they're gone from the photograph. So the photograph is still there, but the person you grabbed and put onto another design is gone. So it's so that's I think Canva's. I'll have a proper look at it this week, but I think it's great. I think it's gone up to about 14 quid. I think it was a tenner. So considering
10.99, I've got Canva Pro.
Yeah, how much is it now?
Yeah.
10.99.
Yeah, they've not told me that.
Yeah, it's going up in October.
Oh, okay.
So, because I had a bit of because I'd accidentally got their team version, and you had to have a minimum of 3 people in the team, so it was going up to 47 quid or something, and then it was so, and I didn't have any other members of the team. We just needed a minimum of 3 people. Anyway, good. Anything happened this week with anyone? Anyone's got anything they've discovered? Or
Yeah, I've got a bit of a, it's not a pro AI by any means, but I think obviously the world's changing quite quickly, and one of the companies that we deal with in particular, I think, has made a big mistake. They've cut their support team down hugely, and they're using chatbots and an AI to fulfill. I've had so many clients saying, I can't get through. And he was not an MD, but I think he's in charge of, I mean, it's quite high level anyway. He wrote a LinkedIn post saying that this client had complained about the AI bot, but when he'd reviewed it, he realized that the bot was right all along. And it's bad. It's just dismissing these people's fears, and that this was just another one. I mean, we've had quite a lot of complaints about it, so you got to be careful. Bloody good product, but if you don't get the support at the end of the day, you don't use it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've kind of fallen out of love with Claude this week.
Oh,
because I've well, it's, let me just show you. I'm doing these I do different projects and things. I'm doing this. I'm ultimately going to make a video about a lady called Battling Bertha, who you would never have heard of. But she was called Battling Bertha because she went up. This is in the last witch trial was in 1943, and she went up to Parliament to. It was a medium who had brought through sailors who had died on a boat, and the government hadn't told anyone this boat had sunk yet. So first of all, they thought she was a spy, and then they eventually, to get her out, they did her under the Witchcraft Act and put her in prison. So so Battling Bertha went up and accosted the members of Parliament as they went in, and let them know exactly what she thought. So that was part of a deal. But I've got all these little newspaper cuttings that I was using Claude to transcribe them, and then it refused to transcribe one of them because it described someone it wasn't gruesome. It just said that he'd had an accident and he'd lost 2 fingers in a buzzsaw or something like that, and it wouldn't transcribe it because it said it was outside of their policies, So so then I started using my iPhone, which was better all along. You can just hover your camera over whatever it is, and it'll just transcribe the whole thing in one go. But anyway, that's by the by. I'm also running out of space. This is not very much I've got in here, and there's going to be 10 times as much as this, and I've used 26% of this knowledge base size already. So, and it's crazy because I've got a 700-page document I want to upload, and that would take me to 300% of the size allowed. So considering I'm paying 20 quid a month, I don't think that was very good.
Oh, that's a paid thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is the paid version of Claude.
You should get a lot more space.
Projects are like GPTs on ChatGPT. So I then started using. No, I haven't started using. I've been looking around for other ones. The one on ChatGPT isn't that great. There's one here called Chat PDF, which I haven't tried yet, and I need to trial that out. So, but a lot of them advertise the fact that they're you can use them for research papers and things like that. And some research papers are 10,000 pages long, and if you can't, perhaps I've got to have an enterprise version or a version that's going to cost me 100 quid a month rather than 20. I don't know.
So what is the big advantage of Claude? Because I've not actually used it yet.
As a large language model, it's pretty good. When it writes blogs and things, it follows the instructions better, and you just get better results. It sounds less like an AI.
Right. Okay.
And it's and it's really good at creating work with in the style of, so if you know a great marketer, you can say, create me this marketing post in the style of
Okay.
who did I use? In the style of, in the style of Ken Moskowitz. You know, he's a famous American marketer who no one's ever heard of, but he's you know, you can say write like him, and they'll write some sort of great punchy copy for you. You know, so it's
If they're limiting you on the 20 quid version, what do you get in the free version?
you don't get projects at all, I don't think. You do get the chat.
Yeah.
It's just that you can set up different with projects. You can have an unlimited number of projects, but each project has got a limited number of knowledge base. So the idea is, like, if you're writing a blog, what it is, you upload loads of examples of your own work, that's original work first, and then you can train it to talk like you.
Right.
So you can upload loads of stuff previously done, or whether it's by you or not, it doesn't matter. So if you like the style, you can upload it, and then it will write in that style. So
Okay.
that's sort of one of the advantages. So yeah, so that's I'll probably let my professional plan lapse. I'm not sure yet. So
with the just thinking about the projects and so forth, I know we've talked about AI detectors, and there's a few of them around. They've certainly never detected anything I've done with AI, so I don't know how good they are, but I think there's plagiarism checkers as well, isn't there, that you can use, and that's probably a bit more thorny because they can obviously.
But at the moment, the way things stand is that you can't be, like, if you write something in the style of, you know, it's the same as if you create an artistic work in the style of Picasso. You know, it's yours. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no copyright.
Grammarly Pro has got a plagiarism checker built into it. It's actually,
what's that, Steffi?
Grammarly Pro.
Oh, Grammarly Pro. Do you subscribe to that?
Do, yeah. Because I write blog. Because I write blog posts.
Yeah.
So Grammarly, you can install it in your browser for whatever you write.
Yeah.
It'll like check it for spelling and grammar and everything. But there is a plagiarism checker in there as well.
There is that people have been writing stuff to beat the AI detectors, and it's been it says adopt. This is a prompt. Adopt the persona of a young person who is concise, doesn't take the game seriously, uses slang, and makes occasional spelling errors. Also, someone who is not too knowledgeable, especially about languages and maths. Essentially, act dumb. And apparently, that's a prompt that evades the AI detectors. And there are longer ones as well. You know, this is a doing a Turing test game experiments, but I mean, it's kind of, you know, you often speak bluntly, you type mostly lowercase, rarely use punctuation, you never use apostrophes to mark missing letters. You know, try in without a G, you know, without anything. So I mean, there are things that are you could do, but then it's going to look terrible, I think. So it's but that will evade them if you got mistakes in there. So good. Like, okay, a couple of weeks ago we talked about Gamma. No, yeah, we talk about Gamma. Gamma's updated as well. They've got I use it. It's the thing I use for. Have you seen it, Philip? Yeah. Gamma is the for presentations and things, but their export to PowerPoint works perfectly okay now, and they've got new templates as well. So I do use that quite a lot. Right, there's Remaker. A couple of weeks ago, I went through how to create your AI image of yourself. So it's and it was quite complicated, and I think I lost some people. So we used Replicate and Then we use Hugging Face to create a LoRa to replace your face in the image.
I see an API.
Then I've got this thing called Remaker. So it's got these face. It's got loads of different tools on here. I mean, there are you can do sort of videos and talking videos. You get 6 free credits a day. You can create one face swap video photograph with one credit, but with photos, with videos, it uses up a lot more credits. So but you buy the credits that you need rather than having to have a subscription, which is
does it have an auto top up?
I'm not sure about that. Pricing.
Because if I use the API, that would be really useful.
Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't say. No, I think got to manually top up. I'm comparing dollars, Indian rupees, or Chinese yuans. But I just show you because we went through a lot of faff last time to something we can do in a few seconds. So if I upload my passport photograph because it's on my desktop, and then you can create anything. It's my favorite one at the moment is Grok, which is embedded into Twitter X. So what did I use before? A medieval man with a hawk on his arm. Let's just see what he does. It'll probably okay. No. That's okay. So we can I'll just save that image to somewhere. And then if I go back to my face swap, I can drop him in there, and in theory, I have got them back to front sometimes, and ended up with the man with the hawk replacing. There you go. That's what I did wrong, which is not what I wanted. So let's put this right. I always get the target face because the target face is the face that. Okay, so I wasted a credit.
How much are the credits, David?
They're not vast, not incredibly expensive.
Oh, don't worry. Oh, that's
so good.
Yeah.
So there's me as the guy with the hawk.
Excellent.
So it's not bad. I mean, it's not perfectly me, but you could say yeah. And I've tried quite a few, and it's done pretty well. You know,
Can you just say, make me a Jedi on Coruscant?
Yeah, I reckon it could.
If you could do that, I can just, this is what I want, here's my photo.
Yeah, exactly. So the price is 530 credits is $9.99.
That's bloody good.
150 credits, $2.99. So it's but don't forget, like if you wanted to, the face swap is one, but if you use videos, it lasts for 30 or something like that, you know. So it's
but it's still not expensive.
Not compared with no, exactly, yeah. But, and you only pay for what you use. So so I think it's pretty good. I mean, it's obviously it's a LoRa, so you can create your image anywhere where you normally create the image, and then just drop it in here. So,
yeah, great fun, actually.
Yeah. I mean, you could make some good like sort of social media posts, I guess. Things like that. You can think of yourself in certain situations, but but yeah, and it gives you a load of credits for free to start with. I think it gives you 20 for free at the beginning.
30.
How many?
30, because I'm just signing up.
Okay, so it gives you 30 credits, and then each day it'll give you 5 or 6 credits a day. It'll give on, but they disappear at the end of the day. So it will give you those 6 credits, and then if you don't use them up, you have to use them or lose them. So I think, yeah,
It's going the right way, isn't it? Paying for credits rather than a sub.
yeah, I believe so. Yeah, definitely. Because you know, if you go away for a fortnight, you don't use them. So it's all fine. And I say Grok, I've been using more because I quite like. I mean, sort of whether people like Twitter or not, that's up to them. But it's Grok, and they've got lots of other tools as well. There's you can customize videos, get clips, and there's lots of things on there. And that's you have to get a premium version of X, which is £8 a month. But it's I think it's the language model is not bad either. You can just do the same. This is the mini version. It's also got a beta version, and then for some reason it's got a fun mode, which makes your responses a bit more light-hearted. So yeah, I think.
So I think I missed a trick here. So you went into Remaker and then you used Grok to create the image that you then did a face swap with. Is that right?
Exactly. You can use anything.
Right,
I mean, you can use anything that's going to create an image. It doesn't matter.
Sure. Yeah.
I just use Grok because I happen to have it.
You subscribe to it. Yeah.
And then we can get the face swap, which we can download, and then we can go to Luma Dream Machine.
Ooh.
You remember this?
Yes. Very well.
That was it changes stills into this is one I think I explained yesterday. That's my son there. This is from the TV program Vikings, and that was Ragnar Lothbrok. We swapped my son's head on the Remaker, and then it's sort of on here we then it just changes it into a video. So I'm not sure what it's going to do with me here, but let's try it. Let's just see. You can do a start frame and an end frame, which is quite good, which you never used to have. But let's just see how it does. So
this is still the free version of Luma Labs, I assume,
David,
is it?
Yeah. So I was in a queue. Might have to come back to it. Sometimes it works pretty fast, and other times it doesn't. So yeah. So it's kind of a fun thing, but it's I can think of marketing things. You can find an excuse to use it, like with your with different posts and things, you know.
What does your son think of being a Viking? Was he pleased with the end result?
Yeah, he thinks it's a Viking anyway. He goes off into the woods and worships Odin and things. So I mean,
that's fair enough. Yes,
and he does. That's not a maker. He has got a bald head and a big beard.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
very Viking-esque.
He's got swords and shields on the walls. I'm not sure it's entirely wise with kids around, but yeah. But that's a thing. Yeah. So he's quite happy. He put his he sort of went on sort of Ancestry and did his gene map thing, and he was highly delighted to be 16% Scandinavians.
Excellent.
If you're more than 1%, it means you're a Viking. I'm a Viking. So I mean, I think it must be from Sharon's German ancestors, because mine are Irish and Scottish. So yeah, so that's that. Yeah, it's done it, but it hasn't. Can't say I'm overly, but then I didn't give it much. Sorry, I've lost everything now. Let me just I can get this right. It took a couple of minutes. With Luma Labs, hasn't really done anything. It's just, to me, it looks like it's just zooming in, isn't it? So I was expecting something cool like the bird to start flapping its wings or something. Nothing happened. So so that was.
Couldn't you put a prompt in there? I remember doing that with my uncle's photograph.
But
right.
It's much better at animating images than it is with your prompt, because if you remember, I did a giraffe walking across the screen and things like that, and they all turned out crap. I mean, where was it? Yeah, that one worked out pretty well. That was that was a still photograph of the Maid of the Mist in Niagara Falls, and it made the water move and the waterfall move and the boat do everything. So I thought that was I've got to click on go back. Okay, and that was a fail. That was supposed to be the giraffe walking across the desk. Again, it didn't really do anything. And I tried several different prompts, and then I told it to walk out the frame, and then it happened a second short neck horsey type came in at the last second. So it was never that was never going to happen. So good. So did I stop the share? Did I even share it? Okay. There's oh yeah, something. The other thing I was gonna there's something I found yesterday, and I was looking. I've been looking for ages at creating videos and things, because there's nothing there. And I came across Video Lulu. I think one of the emails I get from various people was talking about Video Lulu, and this is the thing that caught my attention. I might have just drifted away, but it said auto post. Connect your YouTube account, choose a topic, and videos will automatically generated and posted to your account. That sounds a bit scary, doesn't it?
That's like my publish and be damned button on Blogger.
It is a publish and be damned button, isn't it? So it's and I've got no idea what it is, but I know I've got 10 credits. All I did, it just asked me to I just logged in with Google. Don't know if that's wise or not, but I did, and it says create your video in 4 easy steps. So I thought I'd do it today. So story. Choose a topic. It's suggesting the mystery of the Loch Ness Monster, so obviously it does that well. So a witch being burned at the stake. We'll see if it's got a filter or not. Video language. Okay, it's English. Oh. It's not available for free use due to high demand. Video generation not available. Fine. Okay, so let's not do that. I wouldn't want to pay for it without actually seeing what it does. And although I've got 10 credits, it doesn't look like I can use them. So,
that is daft, isn't it? They should have a certain allocation for the free users.
Yeah. You should be able to. You should be able to at least see what it does.
Yeah.
Because I can't even get into any samples or anything. So no.
Even in some of the sort of everyday stuff like ChatGPT and Perplexity, etc., you can sometimes go to it and it just doesn't boot up.
No.
Doesn't tell you why, it just doesn't go in.
If I go to videolulu.com, it just goes straight to this page.
Hey, boo. Right.
Which is okay. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so let's forget that. Let's tell us. This is
You know, that remake is pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
I quite like that. I've just done a few pictures of me.
Oh, go on, come on, you've got to share it. You've been talking about it for a while.
Yeah, go on then.
All right, hang on. Oh, you have to turn your sharing on for me.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, we're going to regret asking this.
Yeah. That's me with no glasses. Oh, hello. Oh, I do. Oh, hang on.
Let's scroll up.
Right. Face swap tool.
You have to download your pictures within a day, otherwise it just deletes them.
Right. Okay. So upload. So I picked an image, and I'll pick a robot Jedi on Coruscant, and I'll pick from my Dropbox. It's not really a high quality picture, but there you go, and away you go.
I don't think it matters.
Oh, there you go. They're the ones that I did. Don't like that, but that's me as well. That's actually quite a good one.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a lot younger there, apparently. Robot me.
Yeah.
Robot Jedi me. And it's me. I like it.
Oh dear, there's not going to be much work done today. I can see that.
Now I've discovered they've got an API. No, we're all good.
It has got an API, hasn't it?
It has got an API. Yeah, I'm going to go and explore it and see how I can make it work.
Yeah, yeah. Because creating avatars and things are really difficult with OpenAI, isn't it? Because it might be there.
So I wrote the avatar builder in your AI, and it works beautifully, but it's not you. That's the thing. So what I did is I used your AI to create an avatar of what I wanted, and then uploaded it into Remaker. So if I can get the Remaker AI to do that next step,
yeah, that'll be
that image rather than the original image, then I'm on a winner.
Yeah, because people would log in just to get their picture. Some people actually just want that image of themselves there. That's why I think sort of Remake is such a good tool. I was messing around with a thing called Katalist with a K and without a Y. Let me I'll share my screen again, because this is what and you can upload. Basically what you do, it gives you a storyboard, so you can key in your you can either key in you can upload your own script with different scenes and things, and it'll create the scenes for you, or you can where's my notes? Probably better off to refer to my notes, aren't I? Oh, I didn't make any. Okay. So, I made loads on Video Lulu, and it doesn't work. Basically, Video Lulu is, I will tell you, it's designed for generating faceless videos automatically. It's for short form videos for social media like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, blah blah blah, and it's on the write-up that they put out, they said it was easy to use. It didn't say it's impossible to use unless you pay for something. And you can turn your ideas into viral content within minutes without the need for on-camera presence or extensive video editing skills. So that's what they say about themselves. So yeah, so it's the fact that they're swamped with people may suggest that it is popular, but I've got to pay $20 to find out. Okay, so this is a medieval knight facts a Dakrak to save his village from ruin. I tried 3 yesterday, and they didn't turn out too well. The last one wasn't too bad, but I'll just show you how it works. So on a motorbike, travels around the capitals, cities of. Let's just try that. Let's give it something easy. So then it'll develop your storyline, and it's giving you all these different scenes and scripts. Obviously, these are all customizable. You can change all these yourself, but we're not going to do that right now because we'll run out of time. But you can edit your script so that it says things you want. You can add extra panels as well. So now you've got the cast. The thing I found about it, you can upload your own. You can upload your own characters, and I generated a medieval witch age 30 because it was important that she wasn't too old and old crony. So I did that yesterday, and I generated that Grok and then uploaded it. But these are the standard characters, and if my one was like medieval England, there's not many people to choose from because he's the only guy, you know, he's the only adult that fits as in a English male. So so then you can choose from the type, the style. I want to choose cinematic, but you can do comic book, cartoon, various different options there. So then you create the project. It was pretty fast yesterday. I'll see if you might need a man with a crash helmet on. I'd have to see. You can I use this European thing because I know it's going to have plenty of images in its that it can create.
I've just used all my credits on Remaker.
You've used them up already, have you?
But I did get a picture that looks just like me when I was about 25. I was like, oh my God, that's really spookily me.
I'll have a look in a minute. So this is basically it's basically a way of creating. You can download this as a video, and then you can obviously put your own words into it. So I can see the point. You could create like a story where the video changes, and then you'd have something that would be okay for YouTube and things. So you know, because you're stuck with the same guy here, obviously.
Well, that's a good thing, though, having the same guy across clips.
It's consistency. But he kind of changes his
helmet, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
he's got a riding helmet here. He's got a different helmet here. He's got a different leather jacket in Rome. But then people might change clothes, I don't know, on different days. He's not going to be he's in Paris here, so he's going to go from there. he's entering Brussels, but okay, looks like he's in the woods. Okay, he's in Brussels there. Yeah, so it's is that the Brandenburg Gate or something at the back there? And that's definitely Prague because I've been there. So yeah, so it kind of I see the point. You'd have to, you know, obviously we're just taking all its defaults and doing it. But if you want to make a video, you can replace these with your own images. But by the time you've done all that, you might as well have done it in Canva. So it's it can save you a bit of time. It's the consistency is not great. There's the first one I did was that the second one? That was the first one. So I can't remember what I wrote now. I've got a witch aged about 30 who's been condemned to death, and she's been she's rescued by her lover. Now I've got a few problems with this, so I wasn't overly impressed. So okay, so he's the old boy who's going to set fire to her. He seems to be wearing modern day garb. He's in a modern city with a man bag and a document case. And then he comes up and creates a load of green smoke somehow. Then he turns into with her head.
How bizarre.
So then they kind of in modern clothes again, escaping, and then they sort of seconds later she's wearing a red dress instead of that. So
that sounds like Meghan Markle, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. So then they disappear into the sunset. Anyway, I wasn't impressed with that. And then so it is all about the prompting as well. So if you do the prompts correctly, then you're more likely to get a better result. Because I noticed I tried my sort of Viking ships one, and that was rubbish as well. It started off promisingly. Okay.
Bit short.
I don't know what happened there. That's the one I deleted because it's I don't know. No, okay.
Maybe it's too gruesome and they've decided not to show it.
That's right. I've done something wrong because anyway, on the last one where the longship sails into the horizon, it's like an 18th century sailing ship, and this one was wrong as well originally, but I replaced it with that one. But I was hoping it was gonna.
Can we see the clip of the burning building? Because fire is usually a thing that's difficult to do.
Yeah, yeah. It's not something's gone wrong here, so I don't know. So it's not. Oh, there it is. That one. That's the one that I didn't want. No, okay, it's not going to play ball. So this one, I did better prompts and I got a better result. So this was the same story with the witch being condemned. I made sure I put in medieval everywhere, you know, in a medieval town. And he's in the medieval. He's the executioner. He looks a bit too well groomed, but I can replace him with my own people. So these are what comes with the app. So obviously they're not ideal. I did generate the witch separately, but it was a much better. There's still some inconsistencies.
It was bad and
they got an ordnance survey map.
She's a witch.
And she seems to have shrunk into a giant.
Seemed to have very good skincare for the time as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's had boils and things.
Is that what your stuff? Is that what your stuff does, Shirley?
Exactly.
So yeah. So with the better prompts, I got a much better result, and then you can download that as a movie, and you could take out the words and put in your own or put in your own script. So yeah, that was that. I spent too long on that really yesterday, but it's one of those ones that started to pull me in, and then I thought I can make this work properly, and you can, you know, you can replace the images, you can upload your own heads, you can. There are things you can do. You can replace one single frame and say make this like the other, you know, more consistent with the other one, and it will have another go. So it's a bit like any AI. If it doesn't work, that they don't always work the first time, and so we just try separate times. So Steffi, let's have a look at your last creation.
Oh yes.
Yeah, you as a 25-year-old, yeah.
Yeah, this is it's spookily accurate. Hang on a minute.
That's rather lovely though, isn't it?
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at, oh my God, that's me.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm a little black number. There you go. I don't know which city that is, but I certainly wasn't there. It's like, oh my God. I probably would have been wearing sunglasses, to be quite honest. But
Can I do my head swap with your photo?
what?
I do my head swap with your photo.
Yeah, that would be funny because you can.
I just saw it. I was really amazing. I'm going to play with Remaker a bit more, I think.
It's quite generous, isn't it, with that free quota each day, isn't it?
Yeah, because you can do the 6, but then it won't create you other things, and like I say, you can easily use up the credits. So it's
so does the quality? I mean, I don't think I've had a photo, professional photo done for centuries. So I mean, do you just take an iPhone photo or a mobile phone photo of yourselves and just use that? Okay.
That's all I did.
It puts it in the style of wherever it's going. So even the black and white will put it into make it fit with the skin tone and everything. Will all fit with the.
So you could ask for. I'm going to ask for a Lauren Bacall and one of those long fags,
Yeah, on the old on the old thing.
I wonder if in time we're going to see a website dedicated to AI type stuff that is purely pay as you go, rather than for people looking for that stuff specifically, rather than have to hunt everywhere for it.
Yeah, that's right. So and I was talking about Grok earlier because they've just released that they seem to be doing like every week they do something new. So and the thing about Elon Musk is that he announces it when it's already done. It's not like like Google seem to announce a wish list and say that we're going to be doing this and announce it like it's happened and it hasn't. So I mean, I do think Elon Musk is very switched on. Sort of love him or hate him. I think he's very, very switched on, and people underestimate him, and he might nip in the middle and beat everyone. Who knows? But they've just released a new version called Lava, which is LLAVA, which is a large language and vision assistant. So it can answer questions about. I'm going to have to refer to my notes. It answers questions about pictures. ChatGPT does this already, but I mean, you can show it a photograph, and apparently it's quite accurate. So you show it a photograph, and it tell you what's in it, or answer questions about it. It can describe images. So if you're blind or something and you're watching it, it'll describe the image for you. From your favorite video game or from a website. It reads the text in images as well, which a lot of them do, including your iPhone, and you can chat to it about the image as well. So you can ask it about what's, specific features. So what they're looking at is for shops with cameras. They can look at all the stock in the shop and tell you exactly how much stock's on the shelves really quickly, just by a photograph of the aisle, and then it will, so when you're sort of low stock, or they probably know what they've got anyway through the computer, but apparently they said it could actually tell you what's actually on the shop floor, and they're doing a chatbot. It's not actually. I think there is a test chatbot as well. So so you could have a chatbot on your website. We're doing the same thing. It would be handy, like if people could send a picture of a product and ask questions about it for customer service reasons, or you could upload a picture of a broken item. It would decide, what it was going to do. I imagine Amazon already do that, but I mean, and they're also thinking of quality control as well. So in factories, instead of somebody looking at stuff as it's coming through, like the Bakewell tarts and the cherries off centre, they would instantly pick it out, things like that. I just made that bit up, but it's just short of what's of what it says, So that's it. So
Okay, it sounds really good.
So it looks quite interesting. That
Yeah,
but
it's funny actually. We got a couple of sat navs off AliExpress for our motorcycles, and they arrived this week, and the instruction manual was just nothing. So I used quite a few AIs to try and source it and find download but never heard of it. But they look all right, so I'll let you know.
Yeah. Brilliant. Okay, that's the end of the session. I'm going to press the stop button.